It's Ying Han from the You Only Live Once Life and Business Innovation Style. And today we're going to do some question and answer. And the question today is, how do I combat the fear of making the wrong choice? And this question came from one of my participants at the Female Entrepreneur Talk in the Hive in Hong Kong. And she's a beautiful entrepreneur who has done lots of work around the F&B industry. And so the fear of making the wrong choice. So there's obviously so many different ways of looking at this question, right? The first one is that you can always analyze choices from an analytical perspective and an intuitive perspective. From an analytical perspective, you are clear of what your priorities are, right? But does this choice help your business? Maybe that's one of them. Does it have the strategic positioning that you're looking for it to create, or whatever that is? So first step is to figure out what your priorities are for your analytical perspective. And then from your intuitive perspective, with the part where you want to know about, does this align with me in that direction, you also have to know your top few values in order to know that your you only live once commitment. So if you haven't seen that video on how to find that, those are the 3 things that you always measure all your rubrics against. And if you don't know that, go back and watch that. It's just search in the video section, it will be there. There's a plane flying across, you can hear. Allow that to flow through your body, those vibrations. But yeah, so on that topic, there is a way to reconnect to your values and reconnect to what you're aligned to in order for you to make a choice that's best aligned to your inner value system, your you only live once commitments. And what that does is that is an act of tuning into what you are, what's important to you, and being really honest with yourself, being truthful for what you're tuning into. So it's not affected by ego. Ego is a huge one. The biggest challenge in making any decision is going with the ego, the greed, the wanting of more, and being blinded by greed, fame, all those status, all those things, which is important to note. Or if that's important to you, then you also need to just be aware of that is what's driving the decision. And then the second thing is also tune into what's important to you for your fulfillment and your gratification, and the focus of what this decision needs to be, right? So for example, for your business focus, what is your business focus? For example, for me, right, my business focus is making the largest amount of positive impact using the maximum amount of my gifts and making the most profit that can serve the whole community. So those are some of my focuses. I think I have 2 other things in there, but what is that for you? And so when you know what focus you have and what your purpose is in creating this business or creating this life, then it's much easier to make a decision based off of empowerment and based off of clarity, rather than feeling like you might be making the wrong choice. It's very, very tough to reconnect with yourself in that way. And so if you do any of the meditations that I've done, I think I have 33 at this point in time, maybe more by the time you watch it, you'll be able to learn to reconnect with your clearest self, the truest self, over and over and over again. It's a practice. There is an answer within you that is the right answer for you specifically, not for anyone else, but just for you. And as a leader of a company, for you, having all of that as a responsibility as well. So I hope this gives you a little bit of clarity and a little bit of inspiration on what your intuition actually has within it, and also is able to share with you, in addition to analytical thinking, there is a part where you can break down and tune into your intuition. So I hope you enjoyed this. Talk to you soon. Like it if you like it. Comment below if you want something else. And bell if you want to subscribe. Talk to you soon. This is Ying Han talking soon. Mwah, 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 mwah.